You're listening to Empire of Rust, the world's first and only Transformers RPG podcast. Join the fight as Carapace, Rex, Magnum, Wildstrike, and Sweet Spot fight their way through Iacon's underworld against criminal empires and a movement determined to bring an end to the Cybertronian Confederation.
Welcome back, everyone, to Empire of Rust on a very rare off-week podcast. We got a couple of big announcements for everyone, and I got everybody here to join in. Ain't that right, everyone?
Hello.
Yeah, we're all here.
Yes.
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 Back in January, the Transmissions podcast had its annual survey, and we had a couple questions on there for all of you folks to answer. So we just want to go through a couple of the survey questions that we gave to you guys, just to kind of see how everyone's doing with the podcast and everyone's liking it, and who your favorite characters are, who you want to see, and everything. So we'll go through that real quick, and then we got a big announcement from another Discord server, the Dsc League, and then we got a big announcement for our Patreons. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the survey results from this year. So first question that we asked for everyone was, who is your favorite character on Empire of Rust? And leading us off, a slight improvement from last year, is Magnum.
What's wrong with you people?
With 30% of the vote, but if we are counting both Magnum and Pythagoras, he's leading us off with 40% of the vote. So, you've all spoken. Magnum and Pythagoras are your favorite characters. But the big surprise is Rex, Blazer, Grazer, and Laser still came in second place, even though they were only in for like 4 months of the year.
Now, just remember, folks, in these questions at the end of the year, there are no wrong answers. But clearly, you know what you did.
I get it. I mean, from Carapace's perspective, like, Rex leaves a mark on you. That's why I followed him around for so long.
Yeah, he leaves a mark on me too. Bite marks on my tires.
Sure. I mean, to be fair, though, like, that's like, he got 1 vote for Rex, 1 vote for Laser, 1 vote for Grazer, 1 vote for Laser, and then the rest of the herd. So, I mean, he's not really doing anything.
He benefits from being 2/3 of the party.
He's like a guy walking a pack of puppies.
Yeah, he's half of the party and he only got 25% of the vote, you know?
With those numbers, that sounds pretty poor, actually, doesn't it?
I know, right? See, that's the thing. Statistics is all about lying. It's like, you can shape data in any way that you want.
That explains why Magnum got on top, then.
That explains why Data had no sense of humor.
Ba-dum-bum. Okay, next question. Are the descriptions of the rules clear? And an overwhelming majority of you, almost 95%, said yes. For those of you who did not, you know what? Write in, pop it up on Discord and tell us, what's confusing. We would absolutely love to hear what is confusing and what we can do to improve on that. So, yeah, make your voice heard.
Wasn't that like 100% the previous year?
Was it? Might have been.
I think it may have been 100% clear on the rules, but then we didn't have the new book.
We also didn't have combiners to worry about.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, are you enjoying the story? And 100% of you said yes. So, excellent. Good. That's something we're doing right, huh?
Yeah, that's very kind.
Have you listened to other live play podcasts, such as Critical Role or The Glass Cannon? Kind of split about half and half on this. A little bit more, 52% said no, and the other half of you was yes, obviously, and yeah, so it's very encouraging to hear that we are the only live play podcast that you guys listen to.
I've got mixed emotions about that.
Oh, really?
On the one hand, I love our listeners and wish they would expand out and really experience some of the good stuff that's out there. But on the other hand, I know if they do that, they'll never be back.
Yeah, it's like they're way better than ours, So, we're okay. We're good. But
To be fair, too, Critical Role and Glass Cannon both have significant budgets, and like Patreon set are like into the thousands.
They're professionals. Yeah, they're professionals. You know, it's for non-professionals, we're doing okay.
Yeah. Next up, would you be interested in a show with the Transmissions hosts playing as characters? 100% of you said yes. And without going into too much more detail, we are going to be doing a few more of those. Unfortunately, life has just gotten away from me in the past couple of months, so I had intended on getting this recorded back in February. It's still on the plan for things to do. It's just it hasn't happened yet. Would you be interested in a non-Transformers live play RPG show? Good chunk of you, about 2/3 of you said yes. And yeah, you know, that's good to hear, because eventually, like, the storyline for this campaign will come to an end, and I don't know if we'll continue playing Transformers after this. Generally, the way our group works is we do like a round robin DM situation, where like one person will DM for a number of years, and then we'll switch off to another person so they can run a campaign and what have you. So just in our group, it's unlikely that the next campaign will be Transformers themed. But it's good to know that if that's the case, it might be interesting to see if you want to continue on with it. So that'd be cool.
All 12 of you.
There was almost 20 responses there.
Yeah.
Next question: how's the audio quality? And everyone was either an 8 or above, an 8 out of 10 or above on that. So, yeah, a majority of you was in the 8 to 9 range, and a few of you were up in the 10 range. So that's good to hear. I think just because of the whole pandemic thing, a lot of like the recording stuff that we've been doing has had to suffer a little bit. We just, you know, like different setups and multiple setups over the course of the all of us. So. There's going to be a little bit of inconsistency, unfortunately. But hopefully we get to come back to being in person soon and can solve that.
I think that we've actually become stronger at recording because of the pandemic. Oh. Like we've all got our individual systems set up. Before, we would just show up at a room and say, you set up yet, Mike?
That's true.
Are you done yet? Can we play? Now we're actually responsible for our own shit.
Yep.
I still don't know what the names of all the pieces are, but I know how to assemble them in the proper order now.
Can you do it blindfolded?
I probably could. I mean, a lot of them, it's pretty tactile, so...
Mike is face-palming right now, going, please don't try that next week. Yeah, please don't try that next time.
No, well, obviously, I'll open my eyes eventually. Yeah.
You see a cord going into your butt, and it's like, well, this is wrong.
I wouldn't have noticed it if it weren't for my eyes.
Wrong on so many levels.
And to finish this up, was there any suggestions for improving the show and things you'd like to hear? Someone had said brief NPC profiles for the listeners. That might be kind of neat to do, like little NPC profile episodes for like Legionnaire, for maybe we don't need it for Ironhide, but maybe for Zaron, you know, some of like the more important NPCs.
I mean, half of the fun of this sort of thing is adding the parts that are unique to your, you know, kind of cinematic vision. So, like, it's like, anytime we have somebody walk onto the screen, it's just like any amount of backstory will make it that much more, I don't know, robust. It's like I was actually thinking about that from last time, how, like, when we were in battle, we were just like, oh, yeah, here's red guy and here's blue guy. And you're like, yeah, like, those are good for descriptive texts and stuff like that. But it's just like, if I knew that I was killing Wave Rider and dump truck, you know, it's like, even if they're just, you know, a name. Because, like, how many Transformers do you think are out there? There's got to be, like, the Bob of Transformer names. Like, you know, it's not like there's all Transformer names are unique. It's like, how many Hounds are out there? How many Ironhides are out there?
Interesting. Yeah.
Ironhide sounds like it would be a rather common name.
Yeah, exactly.
Or nickname, at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, any of the ones that are just, like, oh, you look like the thing that you're describing. It's like, oh, okay, right.
I sort of had to thought like it was more for you, Mike, but like sort of how you felt about or what you were thinking like when you had to like come up with like actual characters for like some pretty famous NPCs, you know. Mm-hmm. That would be.
That's always good too.
Oh, like what are Ironhide's stats?
Yeah,
you know,
but
based on your interpretation of your rules.
When they come into a scene and the listeners know who they are when we don't, it's kind of exciting to think that they're able to say, "Oh, I know who that is." Uh-huh. And we're like, "Who's this a-hole?"
Yeah, we don't know who anybody is.
And then when we kill them,
you're not allowed to kill Elminster. It's just in the rules.
Maybe that's why we're not more popular.
And you wonder why you haven't found Optimus Prime or Megatron yet, right?
Well, I don't think you want us to die yet, so.
Let's see what else we got here. Really like the sound effects that are used. Some of the voice modulation can be hard to hear at times, though I do appreciate it. I tried to keep that as clear as possible, but I mean, there's only so much you can do with like just my voice. And if I need to do a voice for like several NPCs, it's like, well, I gotta change up somehow. So, yeah. But I will try to pull it back a little bit if it's starting to get a little too much. I hear you. Someone wants Yoshi on here, and believe me, I've been trying to get Yoshi on to Empire of Rust for quite a while. His schedule is as ridiculous. Yoshi is one of the other Transmissions hosts, but I'm sure we're able to get it eventually. And other ones keep it up. So, yeah, we will keep it up. We will keep on keeping it up, and you can't stop us.
No, not that that's a challenge, you know.
Nah.
An object at rest cannot be stopped.
All right, I'm going to throw this over to you, Adam, for an announcement from the DSC League.
Oh, well, thank you very much. And we here at the Empire of Rust cast would like to send a very special thanks out to the DSC League because they have been pretty much nonstop promoting the Empire of Rust book since we gave them access and sharing it, and they've been pouring through that sucker like a group of editors. And I know a few of them have pointed out a typo or two.
Yep.
But that's, that's going to happen. But they're really grasping the mechanics of everything, and they're coming up with some amazing character builds just off the top of their head. I can't wait to see some of these things in action. But the DSC stands for Durwood Starship Combat League. Durwood is the founder. On that Discord server, I'm Toonstone. So look me up there if you want, if you head on over. And there we have, obviously, we got a hold of the Transformers, so we're digging into that, and we'll be doing some stuff with that soon. But we pretty much focus on Starfinder, Starship combat mechanics, Starfinder PC tactics, and the mechanics with combat there. We have some Starfinder campaigns that are ongoing. We have a play-by-post game that's currently going. We have some mini games that we play on Roll20, sort of like Starship chess. And we have like little Interceptor races. And we're going to be having an Interceptor Derby pretty soon, too. Eventually, we're going to be getting into the mechanics of vehicle combat and mech combat, probably later this year. I think there's a book coming out for Starfinder that's going to dig into vehicle combat. We're looking forward to getting our hands on that. So yeah, stop by, say hello to everyone, and we've got a ranking system. So if you really enjoy the aspects of Starship combat, or any combat really, within the gaming system, there's a way for you to rank up and compete.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm like super looking forward to like vehicle combat in there. And once mech combat comes out, so looking forward to that. Excellent. All right, well, Matt, why don't you wrap us up with a super special announcement for the Patreons on Transmissions?
Yeah, for Patreon patrons, we've been releasing, up to this point, we've been releasing uncut episodes with all our additional nonsense that we say while we're recording, good and the bad of it, a week after the official release of Empire of Rust, but we are going to be altering the schedule to release it a week early, so you can hear the full uncut episodes if you're a patron a week before the production version comes out on the mainstream. And those of you who are not patrons, well, check it out. That's one of the benefits of it. You know, if you're interested, come by and take a look.
Sounds good. So thank you, everyone, for continuing to listen and writing in and interacting and just being a part of this this awesome cast. You make it an absolute pleasure to record each week, and yeah, you make it just absolutely great to put this stuff out and to do this.
You can't hear his nose grow over audio.
Like, wait, are you talking about us?
Yeah, he is. I'm pretty sure he is.
I'm a real bot.
All right.
Listen to this motherfucker lie.
Okay. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening, for participating. Look forward to another survey coming out next year, and we'll add some more stuff to that. And this time, Rex is not going to win. No.
Are you going to take him off the list? Because I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
And yeah, so come check out the Dsc League there with Adam. And if you are not a Patreon for Transmissions, then why don't you consider being one? And you get early access to all of our extra nonsense. So once again, thank you all for listening, and we will see you in 1 week for the next episode. Bye, everybody.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Later.
See you later. Zip zoom.
This is Blaster, blasting out to the airwaves, bringing you the latest and greatest hits and news updates. I have big news for you today, so keep those audio receptors turned up to the max. Empire of Rust was created, written, and GM'd by Michael Ordway. Carapace is played by Patrick Finn. Wildstrike the Decepticon is played by Mike M. Pythagoras and Magnum are played by Matthew G. Sweet Spot is played by Adam I. Chu. And last but no way least, Rex and his Dino Buds, Laser, Grazer, and Laser are played by Rob Muller. Keep the hits coming by supporting the show at transmissionspodcast.com/rust. And tune in to the Transmissions Network for all your Transformers news and reviews. This is Blaster, the voice of Cybertron's airwaves, blasting out.